We're going on a little sightseeing tour for our indie horror game review today with Saturnalia, a survival horror meets roguelite that is big on visual design, but could use, I think, a few more light bulbs here and there. Saturnalia takes us to a small village in Sardinia, Italy, where there are strange local customs and a ritual that is happening. When a group of strangers arrive in the town, they apparently are now trapped with a strange creature stalking the streets and most of the citizens locked up in their homes. In order to solve the mystery and get out, we must explore the ever-changing streets of the village and try and stay one step ahead of the thing trying to get us. So Saturnalia is kind of in the similar vein of, say, an Alien Isolation or kind of the stealth hide-and-seek base horror, but it does have aspects of roguelite design as well. You'll start the game playing as a surveyor here, and as you go through the story, you'll eventually get access to other characters. Each character is essentially an extra life in the game. If the creature catches you and gets them, they are out for that run, and you will only ever quote-unquote game over once you've lost all your characters. When that happens, you'll start a new game with the city streets layout completely kind of randomly shuffled. Now, major buildings and points of interest do stay stable in terms of what you're getting from them, what resources they have, etc., etc. Now, the game is all about you trying to solve the mystery of the town and completing the kind of goals of each character. And to wit, you get access to a massive kind of clue board, and this fills up with all kinds of connections, hints, and so on, based on what you find throughout the town. Each character has kind of an overarching goal that they're trying to achieve, besides of course getting out of the town and not being killed by the creature. And completing them will kind of stay permanent across runs, as well as unlocking any major shortcuts. You'll need to find different items throughout the town that can be used in certain ways, such as a wrench for getting through like tightening bolts and such, cutters to get through things, glass breaking, etc., etc. Now, the characters themselves each do not change in terms of like the basic gameplay of the title, but they each have kind of like a special talent or item that helps them. Our surveyor, she has the power of being really good at navigating, and it allows her to kind of make it easier to mark where things are and get a general location. Another character has a mask that they can use to make it easier to stay undetected by the creature. As if the creature is nearby, you'll need to cover your character's eyes in order to try and avoid them. Unless it's too late, then you must run. And the town is full of a variety of secrets and puzzles, and this is one of those games that, depending upon what order and where you go to first, will affect what clues, what information you get access to, which will impact the overall story. There is a decisive end to this game, and a true ending based on you solving the mystery of the creature and getting out of the town. But how you get to that is going to be entirely up to you. I also really have to call out the amazing visual design of the game. They use this kind of like low frame animation for the characters that give it like this very like unnerving, unnatural feel. And the use of colors in the town, despite being at nighttime, makes things very provocative in terms of what you're looking at. With that said, I do have one major complaint about the game, and that is that the greatest horror is not evil or monsters or isolationism. It is light. Like a lot of the other horror games we've played, brightness and just being able to see more than 3 feet in front of you is going to be the biggest enemy here. You get access to matches which maybe burn about 30 seconds apiece, and trying to explore the city and the underground mines can be very hard on your eyes. Despite the fact that each character comes with like one special item, no one saw fit to bring a flashlight. And visibility is just a very big issue in this game. And while it will certainly help to get you like surprised, like I did at one point in it. Oh shit. How the hell do you know it was there? A little bit, a minor swear. It can still become very annoying to wander around the streets and underground areas with no idea as to where you are or what you should be doing. While again, Anita the Surveyor gets access to a map, it's very hard to make out what you're looking at just because of how it's like framed on the screen. And again, the visual design doesn't help that much in terms of clarity. We played this for, I think, just over 2.5 hours on stream, and by the end of things, my head was starting to bother me just because of the low lighting that this game has. So this is one that it's definitely going to be more of an experience. I would say that Saturnalia is definitely easier to play compared to, say, an Alien Isolation or a Stay Out of the House Nun Massacre style. The AI of the enemy is decent. It is not going to be like laser focused on you. And provided you can get away from it and cover your eyes, you can keep away from it very easily. Including one time that the game kind of bugged out and the creature just like kind of stopped going anywhere. This is a really interesting horror game, and I like the concept of it. I'm not quite sure if the roguelite nature really helps or hurts, and I'm curious for those of you who play this one, what did you think of that? As, again, the rogueliteness basically means that the major items and your general path gets reshuffled, but if you get shortcuts unlocked and complete major quests, they stay preserved. But the issue is that there's not enough moving parts for the gameplay itself to make each run feel different or unique. This is not the same as, say, the interactivity of Amnesia the Bunker, in which when they actually added in their kind of roguelite mode, there's enough elements in terms of strategies and tactics and even just getting around the bunker that you can use to make things feel different. Here, no matter how you shuffle things up, where things go and what, you still need the same items, there's still the same puzzles, and you really don't have a lot of means of even dealing with the beasts other than laying down some distractions and, of course, again, covering your eyes. This is a game that I think, if you're a fan of horror, especially looking for a game that definitely takes place in a unique setting, then you should check this one out. But if you're not a fan of horror where, again, lighting and visibility are going to be the greatest monsters of all, then this game may be a little too dark for you. But with that said, we're going to wrap up our review here. This was played with a retail key. And if you let me to your game for a future stream and showcase, it doesn't have to be horror related, Italy related, or internationally related, please reach out. And with that said, everyone, once again, let me know what you think about this one in the comments down below, and have a great rest of your night, and see you in the next video. Thanks for watching, and a special thank you to our Patreon supporters. If you enjoyed the video, do the YouTubing stuff, be sure to visit our Discord and Patreon, and if you're interested in more in my thoughts on design, check out my game design books.